your prosperity and blessing. Members of the Sangha, we invite the Devas in 10,000 universe to listen to Dhamma. And also Sangha, we recite Mingla Sutta and Metta Sutta, the virtues of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, etc. So Metta Sutta, page 101. You can recite together with the Sangha. Samanta Jakawale Su Atara Gichandu Devatam Sadama Muni Raja Sasunandu Sagamaugadam Dhammasavana Galo Yambadanda Dhammasavana Galo Yambadanda Dhammasavana Galo Yambadanda Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Yasani Bhavato Yakani Vata Sindhi Visanam Yami Jevani Ojandora Dindiva Matandidam Sukha Siviti Sautoja Babangeji Napasati Eva Madigunu Vedam Braitan Dambanamahe Karaniya Mata Gusalena Yanta Sandam Vedam Bisamijam Saka Uju Jasu Vajo Jasa Mudu Natimani Santo Sako Jasu Varoja Bagi Joja Sanluga Wodi Santendriyoja Nivegoja Bhagava Gule Sananugeda Naja Godama Jare Genji Yena Winyubare Ubavadeyo Sukino Wakemino Andu Savasada Bondu Sukidada Eke Jivana Buddha Dita Sawatavra Vanavasisa Tigawa Yeva Manda Miji Marasaganu Katulam Detawa Yeva Deta Yeva Dure Vasanti Awi Dure Buddha Wasambawesi Vasavasada Bondu Sukidada Nabra Branigo Vedana Diminyeta Gata China Ganji Yarosana Vriga Sinya Ninya Minya Saduka Mejeya Madaya Daniya Bodha Mayusa Eka Bodha Manurake Evam Visava Buddha Sumana Sambhaveya Primanam Mitinja Savaloka Srimanda Sambhaveya Primanam Odando Jatirinja Sambhada Verama Sabadam Titanjara Nisena Vasya Noya Vatasa Vidamedo Idan Zadende Dea Brahma Mitam Viyaramidamahu Titanjani Vegama Sina Vadasnena Sambhano Kame Suvinaya Geda Naija Doga Baseya Punaredi Mingla Sutta, page 130. Evo me sudam ekan samayam bhagava savitiyam viharati Chittavane Anatta Bindika Sarame Tago Inyatara Devatam Abhikantaya Ratiyam Abhikantavanam Kevalagapam Chittavanam Obasiddhavam Yena Bhagavam Tenupasingami Upasingamaitavam Bhagavantam Bhivadittavam Ekamantatasi Ekamantatidakho Sadevata Bhagavantam Gadaya Ijavasi Bodheva Manosaja Mingalani Achintayo Agingamana Sudanam Rui Mingala Muddamam Asevana Javalanam Anita Ninja Sevanam Puja Jabuja Niyanam Idamingala Muddamam Patirupa Desawa Soja Ove Jagata Punyata Ada Samabanidija Idamingala Muddamam Pausi Chinja Sepinja Vinayoja Susekito Subhasita Jaya Vacha Idamingala Muddamam Madhabidu Bhatanam Bodhadara Sasingaham Anagula Chagamanta Idamingala Muddamam Dhanija Dhammachariyaja Nyadakananja Singaham Anavijani Kamani Idamingala Muddamam Harati Virati Papa Mijapana Jasayamo Abhamado Jadamesu Idamingala Muddamam Karavojani Vatoja Sandoti Jagatinyuta Palena Dhammasavanam Idamingala Muddamam Kandija Sawasasatam Samanani Jadasanam Kalena Dhammasagija Idamingala Muddamam Tapoja Brahmachariyinja Hariyasijana Dasanam Nibbana Sijigiriyaja Idamingala Muddamam Bodhasa Loka Dhammehi Chaitanya Sanakampati Asokan Virajankemam Hitamingala Modama Hitadisani Katawana Savatama Barajita Savata Sutengi Chandi Dante Samingala Modama Sadhu. Iti so bhagava arahan samma sambuddho Vijajana sampanno sugato lokavidu Nudara Purisa Dhamma Sarati Satta Deva Manusana Buddha Bhagava Swagato Bhagavata Dhammo Sandetigo Kaligo Evasigo Bandigo Pajata Vedita Bo Vinyuhi Surivano Bhagavato Savaga Sangho Ujivano Bhagavato Savaga Sangho Yaya Vrivano Bhagavato Savaga Sangho Sami Jivano Bhagavato Savaga Sangho Yadidan Jatari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Bogala Esa Bhagavato Savaga Sangho Ahuneya Bahuneya Takineya Injaliganiya Nudaram Punya Kitan Lokasa Evam Buddha Sarantana Dhamma Sanginja Bhikkhava Yawa Jamita Dhamma Loma Hansana Hisati Yandoni Medawa Mingalinja Yo Javana Bosguna Sasado Pabegodo Savina Gandam Buddha Nuavena Vina Samindu Yandoni Medawa Mingalinja Yo Javana Bosguna Sasado Pabegodo Savina Gandam Dhamma Nuavena Vina Samindu Yandoni Medawa Mingalinja Yo Javana Bosguna Sasado Pabegodo Savina Gandam Sangha Nuavena Vina Samindu Savitiya Vivijandu Sagaraga Vina Satu Mate Bondandraya Sukhi Diga Yuga Bhava Vivadana Sineja Necha Uddhabajayino Chattaro Dhamma Uddhanti Ayuvono Sukham Balam Sa Sumingalo Yangalo. It is time for blessings. We all are here to celebrate Lunar, that new year. New Year has been celebrated for centuries. It is the mark of new moon in the calendar, which is based on the cycle of the moon and the earth. Usually people, before the festivities begin, clean their surroundings well to make them ready for the celebration to welcome the new year. They wear special clothes, good food to offer other people. When New Year comes, it is necessary to have purification process. It is like sending our loved one and welcoming our beloved ones when they go to other places and come to our place. Also have to send them and welcome them wearing clean clothes, smiley face, happily. So we have to pass the old year 2022 and welcome the new year 2023 with the process of wholesomeness. People prepare for their families and friends food, dumplings, noodles, fish for their wealth, longevity, abundance, and prosperity. And to chase away evil things, they do bright lights and loud song, firecrackers, etc. We also welcome the new Lunar New Year with purification process to have longevity, good health, and prosperity. So what are the purifier or cleanser? That is kusala or punya. Punya means something that purifies or cleanse. Just as you wash the dirt of the body with soap, etc. In the same way, you have to rid yourself of karma impurities through dana sila bhavana, meritorious deeds. These punya are conducive to your well-being and prosperity in this present life and after death. Punati sodetiti punyan. If you perform punya, meritorious deeds, it will purify you, it will cleanse your mental impurities. Another meaning of punya is puretiti punyan. Punya is the ability to fulfill all your desire, all your wishes. Punya, meritorious deeds help to fulfill various desire for good health, desire for longevity, wealth, and so forth. If punya, merit is motivated by the hope for nibbana, cessation of all suffering, it leads to a life that is conducive to your goal. So rely on punya. Punya will fulfill your wishes. And we need to understand kusala or punya and papa. That means wholesomeness and unwholesomeness. So when we understand which are unwholesome karma and which are wholesome karma, then we can avoid that which is unwholesome and we can practice which is wholesome karma. The unwholesome karma is divided into 10 kinds. 3 done by body, 4 by speech, and 3 in mind only. When unwholesome karma done by body or done through body is of 3 kinds. The first one unwholesome is killing. The second is stealing. And the third is sexual misconduct. Killing means killing a living beings. Killing a living beings mean killing a human beings, killing an animal, or even the smallest insects. Anything which is called a living beings is not to be killed or is not to be deprived of life. When a person kills any living beings, then he is doing unwholesome karma, akusala, papa, unwholesome. The second one is stealing. Stealing means taking anything that is not given by its owner. And sexual misconduct means misconduct in sexual matters. So not only adultery, but other misconduct is included sexual misconduct. Kamesu mechachara. And another akusala papa unwholesome karma done by speech is divided into 4. The first one is telling lies, telling what is not true. Here it becomes a real unwholesome karma only when it is detrimental to the welfare of those to whom you tell a lie. Musawada, telling lies. The second one is Pisuna Vacha, slandering, that means backbiting, with the intention of dividing two people. Pisuna Vacha. The third one is Prusa Vacha, harsh speech, using strong language, abusive language, and so on. Number 4, unwholesome, is Sampaplapo, frivolous talk. That means talking nonsense, talking what is not conducive to spiritual welfare. These are called unwholesome karma by speech. Then akusala, papa, or unwholesome karma done in mind only. The first of them is abhija, covetousness. That means the desire to possess something that belongs to another person. If you see something in the possession of another person, and if you have the greed that you want to possess it yourself, then that is called covetousness. It is not just attachment to one's own property or others' property, but it is the unfair desire to possess the property or whatever which belongs to another person. And the second one is Vyabhada, ill will. That means hatred or the desire for other people to come to harm or to be injured or to die. And number three is Mecha Deity, wrong view. That means taking it that there is no karma, there is no result of karma and so on. These three are done not by body or by speech, but only in one's mind. So they are called the three that arise through mind only. So you remember the 10 akusala karma, unwholesome karmas. When we know that these are unwholesome karma, we are to avoid unwholesome akusala. We have to avoid unwholesome. Now we come to kusala or punya, wholesome karma. There are 10 kinds of sense-sphere wholesome karma. There are two sets of wholesome. The first set is just the opposite of the 10 kinds of unwholesome karma. So they are abstention from killing, abstention from stealing, abstention from sexual misconduct, abstention from daily lies, abstention from slandering, abstention from harsh speech, abstention from frivolous talk. The first one of the third group is non-covetousness or non-greed. That means not coveting other people's property. And then there is non-ill will or non-hatred. That means actually metta, loving kindness. The third one is right view or non-delusion. It is a view that there is cause, there is effect, and everything in the world is dependent upon some other things and so on. These 10 sense-sphere wholesome karma are the negative sides of sense-sphere unwholesome karma. And there is another set of 10 sense-sphere wholesome karma that are on the positive side. There are 10 of them. You're very familiar. You are fulfilling all these merits. Dana, Sila, Bhavana, Vajayana, Vayavijja, Padidana, Padanimodana, Dhamma Savana, Dhamma Desana, and Deity Jukama. So you need to remember these 10 meritorious deeds in Pali. Can you follow me? Dana, Sila, Bhavana, Abhajayana, Vayavijja, Patidana, Padanumodana, Dhamma Savana, Dhamma Desana Deti Jugama. So we have to go one by one. You are fulfilling, remember, you are fulfilling these wholesome Gama. The first one is Dana, giving. You make donation or charity with faith in the triple gem. And the second one is Sila, virtues or moral purities. You keep your moral conduct pure by abstention from killing, stealing, sexual misconducts, and so on. Remember, Buddha mentioned that triple gem and 5 precepts are 8 streams of merits, streams of the wholesome nourishment of happiness that are heavenly, ripening in happiness, conducive to heaven, and that lead to whatever is wished for, loved, and agreeable to your welfare and happiness. Now you are observing 5 precepts and taking the triple gem every day is so appreciated. You offer donation frequently and moral precepts you always keep. It is so satisfactory. And the third one is mental culture, bhavana. Bhavana meditation, development of your mind towards spiritual welfare or spiritual advancement. You practice meditation continuously with strong faith. It is very beneficial for your escape from samsara. And the fourth is apachayana, reverence. That means being respectful to the elders. You respect your parents, elders, and to those who are worthy of your respect, or greeting those people, giving seats to those people, and so on. All these are merits. The fourth one is apachayana, reverence. That means reverence, and another one is vijaya, service. That means doing things for other people, doing chores and so on, and helping people is an act of meritorious deeds. Those who donate labor to the monastery meditation center are those who are practicing vijaya service. And number 6 is patidana, sharing of merits. That means first, you acquire merits for yourself, and then you share these merits with other beings. Sharing of merits is just letting other people get chance to get merits themselves, depending on your merits. So it is not giving away your merits. By sharing merits, your merits increase, because sharing of merits is an act of merits or wholesome karma itself. Another one is Pattanumodana, rejoicing in others' merits. That means when merits is shared and you say sadhu, 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 well done, is good. That means you are happy or you are glad at the other people doing merits. When you rejoice at others people merits, you get merits yourself. That is because when you rejoice, your joy takes the other person merits as an object. So it is a wholesome mental state. Here the commentary say, whether the other person share merits with you or not, you can rejoice in the merits of other people. So if the other person share merits, you can say sadhu, 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 or if he does not share merits with you, but you see or you learn that the other person does merits, then you can practice rejoicing in others' merits by being glad at merits. And number 8 is Dhamma Savana, hearing the Dhamma, listening to the Dhamma talks, learning some kinds of knowledge which does not conduce to harming or injuring other people is also included here. Another one is Dhamma Desana, teaching the Dhamma. Here also giving talks on Dhamma and also teaching some kinds of knowledge which does not conduce to injuring others, which does not go against the teaching of the Buddha is included. And number 10 is Ditthijukama, straightening out of one's views. That means having a correct view concerning cause and effect and so on. This straightening of one's view is actually the opposite of wrong view. Straightening of one's view is very important because if our views are not straight, if our views are incorrect, then whatever we do will not be wholesome mental states. That is why straightening of one's views is said to be very important. We need to have the correct view or the right view about cause, about effect, and about things that are related as cause and effect. The first three of them, Dana, Sila, Bhavana, are the three steps to be followed by the disciple of the Buddha. The first one is giving or Dana. Among the 10 paramis, 10 perfection, practiced and fulfilled by our Bodhisattva, Dana, charity comes first. So Dana here means giving, helping people, making donation and so on. Dana, charity is important because it makes our minds pliant and soft. Also, it gives us the chance to practice getting rid of our attachment. So whenever we give not only the things, but we also give up attachment to our properties. So by giving, we are practicing getting rid of our attachment to the things. Second one is sila, moral purity, or it is called virtue. It is control of your bodily actions and speech. So long as you keep sila, you keep the precepts, you keep your moral purity, then you do not commit unwholesome action by body or by speech. And the third one, mental culture, bhavana is the practice of samatha meditation and vipassana meditation. By the practice of samatha meditation, you get strong concentration and you are successful with any one of 40 subjects of samatha meditation, Buddha Nusati, recollections of the virtues of the Buddha, Metta Bhavana, loving kindness meditation, etc. You get strong concentration. And vipassana, just noting continuously, precisely, by the practice of vipassana meditation, you ultimately realize nirvana, you achieve the eradication of all your mental defilements, and you will be liberated from aging, sickness, and death. Now that you understand the unwholesome karma and the wholesome karma, you can follow the teaching of the Buddha given in the Dhammapada. That is, not doing any evil, accomplishing what is wholesome, and purifying your minds. That is the teaching of the Buddha. So we need to remember Buddha words. Can you open your book, Retreat Manual, page 15, Ovada Patimokkha, stanza number 1, page 15. It is Ovada Patimokkha, disciplinary advice. Ovada Patimokkha is set forth in 3 kata, but we need to remember number 1. Sapapapasa akarana kusalasa upasambada sachaita priyodabana etam bodhana sasana. Can you follow me? Sabapapasa akaranam
Sabba papasa akaranam
kusalasa upasambada
kusalasa upanishapada
sachaita priyodabanam
sajita paliyopadanam
etam bodhana sasanam
ekamudana saranam
Sabba babasa akaranam
Sabba papasa akaranam
kusalasa upasambada
kusalasa upasamba
sachaita pariyodabanam
sajita paliyopadanam
etam bodhana sasanam
ekamudana saranam
Sabba babasa akaranam
Sabba papasa akaranam
kusalasa upasambada
Usalasa upasambara
Sachaita Pariyodabanam
Sachita paliyoda panam
Etam Bodhana Sasanam.
Ekam buddhana saranam
Recite slowly. Together. Sabba Baba Sagaranam Kusala Sauba Sambadam Sajeda Beriyoda Benam Etam Bodhana Sasanam Sabba Baba Sagaranam Kusala Sauba Sambadam Sajeda Beriyoda Benam Etam Bodhana Sasanam Samabhasa Garanam Kusala Saubasambadam Sajeda Bariyoda Banam Etam Bodhana Sasanam. Not to do any evil,
not to do any evil,
to cultivate good,
to cultivate good,
to purify one's mind.
to purify one's mind.
This is the teaching of the Buddhas.
This is the teaching of the Buddha.
Not to do any evil,
Not to do any evil,
to cultivate good.
to cultivate good.
This is the teaching of the Buddhas. So this is the teaching of not one Buddha, every Buddhas. All the Buddhas teach this admonishment to, at that moment, the audience are Arahants. Arahants listen to the teaching of the Buddha. Buddha give this admonition to Arahants not to do any evil. So not doing any evil means refraining from doing akusala, unwholesome karma, then accomplishing what is wholesome means cultivating wholesome karma or wholesome act or purifying one's mind. There are mental defilements or impurities in our minds, so purifying our minds is also the teaching of the Buddha. And Buddha admonished us to avoid doing evil, to cultivate what is wholesome, and also to purify our minds. Sabapapasa Karanan, not doing any evil, and Kusalasa Upasampada is generating wholesome deeds and the development of what is generated. So here accomplishing what is wholesome or cultivating what is wholesome means generating wholesome deeds and then doing these merits again and again. It is not just doing what is wholesome once, but doing it again and again so that it is developed. Also the commentary say it is to be done from renunciation to the Arhata Mega, that means to the gaining of enlightenment. And you can connect this to the life of the Buddha. As a prince, our Buddha renounced the world and then for 6 years in the forest, he practiced austerities, and then ultimately at the end of 6 years, he reached enlightenment. From the moment of renunciation until he attained enlightenment, the Buddha generated wholesome deeds and also developed them. And the third one is Sacheta Priyodhavana, means causing our minds to be cleansed of all mental impurities. So New Year is coming and we are getting older and older. The process of our aging goes on and on. Although we don't want to get older, we don't want to get aging, we are getting older day by day, month by month, year by year. Our Namarupa psychophysical process are going on and on. And you see the streams of river, new water coming and old water flowing. Every moment there is new water flowing, and every moment the new Namarupa process are flowing. So we should observe these Namarupa arising and disappearing in the ultimate sense. So at this time, we need to reflect upon the danger of life. And we need to have protection by cultivating kusala or wholesome, by generating our wholesome deeds, by doing our merits again and again. So we have to stop our discourse for today. May there be all blessing in the new year. May all the devas protect you and all your families and all your communities by the power of all Buddhas, by the power of all Dhammas, by the power of all Sanghas. May you all be liberated from all suffering. May you be well, happy, and peaceful in the new year. Sadhu.